Welcome to the War on Wellness. I am Penny, your host, also known as Plant Based Penny. Thank you for being here. Today, we are talking about the medicinal powers of cranberries. So, you definitely don't want to miss it. But first, I have a little commercial sponsored by Plant Based Penny. Hello, welcome back to the War on Wellness broadcast. I'm here every Wednesday and I am here to help you look, live, and feel well. I'm Penny, also known as Plant Based Penny. And today we are delving into the topic of cranberries and their powerful medicinal properties. So let me know in the comments, do you drink cranberry juice? Because I know at one point in my life, so put a Y if you do, an N if you don't. At one point in my life, I did not like cranberry juice. No, no, no. It has a tart taste, and it's just not. It's not just a popular drink. Like people, they drink sodas, they drink teas, and all those other drinks. But there are a lot of times that people don't drink the medicinal tasting ones because they don't care for the taste. Yeah, it doesn't have, well, a lot of times if you buy the real cranberry juice, it doesn't have the added sugars and sweeteners or artificial sweeteners, and so therefore some people don't drink it as often, and it is medicinal. And I see answers here. I see yes, I hear that. I have people who say they're watching on Facebook. Yes. Let me know if you're watching on Facebook or if you're watching on YouTube. So put an F if you're watching on Facebook, a Y if you're watching on YouTube. Very good. Okay, yeah, I like that. I like that. So there are people who have come around like me and they are now drinking cranberry juice. So I really, because I kind of wait to eat or drink some things when they're kind of really in season. And so cranberries are kind of in where I live here in the United States, because I know people are watching from all over. They are in season, and so they are readily, a little bit more readily available. And so I want to talk to you about the medicinal powers of cranberries as well, because it is so important that we have our medicinal medicine cabinets stocked with what we need so that we're not running to the doctor, to the doctor, to the doctor, to the pharmacist every time we need to correct something in our body. And not that there's anything wrong with, going to your doctor and making sure that you're checked out and everything's working well. But there are detoxifying processes that we can participate in to aid our bodies in looking, living, and feeling well. And so some of you drink it, good. And so the question is, do you know some of the powers that the juice has? So the juice or the berries, actually, because you can just eat the berries. You can just pop them in your mouth and eat the berries. But the difference is when you drink the juice, you get a higher concentration of the antioxidants and the medicinal properties for the body. And so, while you can't, just like, grape juice, you can, eat it, or with apple juice, you can't eat the apple But if you're drinking apple juice, you're drinking a lot more, a more concentrated amount of the medicinal properties. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So according to a study by the National Institute of Health, there's a powerhouse of detoxifying agents in cranberry juice. So why cranberry juice? That is a very good question. And so I have here my little cranberry juice that I've made, and it's really, really simple. Actually, I put somebody did ask the question on my page about the how to make it. It's really, really simple. So I put that recipe on my plant-based penny life page. So you can go there. Don't go there now. We're in the middle of the broadcast. Stay here with me. And so it is a potent, potent cleanser for your kidneys, for your bladder. It helps in flushing out toxins as well, and it promotes the overall urinary health for women. But that's not all. It also contains powerful compounds that help the liver function. So the liver is one of the major, if not the top, detoxifying organ in your body. So, I mean, well, hopefully you know that if you don't have a liver, then it's a good chance that you're going to unalive yourself. You're going to unalive yourself, and you have to have a liver. And then I would say second is probably going to be the kidneys, and we talked about kidneys last week. So then in order for you to help the body heal itself, these are the things that you can use. And so the cranberry juice helps with the liver function, which supports the body's natural detoxification process. Because a lot of people say, oh, plant-based spinning, we don't need to detox because the body naturally does that for us. Yes, it does. But a lot of times, if you're living in this world and you have the elements that are impure around you, or you take them in, then that promotes toxicity in our body, and we need to do something just to aid our body. And so this is a cranberry juice you can use. And so someone asked me the question, do you need to make the cranberry juice yourself? Very good question. Or can you just, go to the store and buy the cranberry juice? Well, that is a very good question. And so you can do this. You can add, buy the actual cranberries. And I am not going to assume that everybody knows what a cranberry looks like, okay? Because I know at one point in my life, I didn't know what it looked like. So I am sharing with you, this is what the cranberries look like. If you bring them home, you can wash them, and then you put them in a pot, quarter of cranberries, and you bring them to a boil, and they pop. They actually do pop. I mean, kind of not like popcorn, but they do pop. And so they're going pew, 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 in your pot when you're boiling it. So for about 15 minutes or so, you cook those until you get the juice out of them, until really all of them have pretty much popped. And once you do that, then you strain it, and you can sweeten it if you'd like, or you can just drink it straight. Either way, whichever your palate can handle. And so you can do that, or you can also, let me go back on full screen. So you can make it yourself, or you can also buy it directly from the store. So you can do either one, whichever one works for you. And so if you're not a cook, or you don't really like getting in the kitchen and experimenting as much, then you can just go and buy. But okay, here's the thing. With whatever you buy, don't look at the front of the label. It has all the little pretty pictures, and it has pictures. A lot of times, any fruit drink is going to have pictures telling you that this is grape, and this is apple, this is mango, this is cranberry. But what we need to do is to turn it over on the back. You're not going to be able to see it here, but turn it over on the back and read the ingredients. And on the ingredients, it should tell you that it is cranberries and it has water. And that's pretty much it. And cranberry juice in this case. So read the ingredients, because the labels on the front, I've said it before and I'll say it again, the labels on the front, the marketing labels, they lie to you. They lie to you. They are not telling you the truth. A lot of times, not in every product. So that's why it's important that we have food education and knowledge, so that we are not fooled by the powers that be, that all they just want your money. They just want your money. So make sure that you are doing your due diligence to make sure that what you're buying, what you intended to buy, is actually what you bring home. Does that make sense? Put a yes in the comments if that makes sense. So you can buy it or you can make it. Either way, it doesn't matter, as long as you're not putting artificial sweeteners or anything like that into your solution that you're making. And so, question is, someone has a question. I love questions. The question is, what does it do in the body? Great question. I'm glad you asked the question. So the cranberry juice, it helps with the kidneys. Well, the liver we already mentioned, but it also helps with the kidneys, which is a major detox organ in the body, the bladder, and it helps in flushing out toxins from the kidney and the bladder. Okay. Then it also helps with urinary tract infections. A lot of times it's called UTIs. And that happens more often in women than it does in men. And that's an infection that may settle in the urethra, or it may settle in the bladder or in the kidneys. And so that's an infection. It's a painful infection. I used to get those, and it is not something that it's quite uncomfortable. Okay. So when you can find something without having to make an appointment at the doctor's office, without having to go to the urgent care, without having to pay a copay, and you become your own best health advocate, and you can see the results, the positive results from that, I mean, really, why not do it? I mean, and I don't know actually how much it costs in the store, but I do know that it costs less than a copay at a doctor's office. That much I can promise you. So it helps. Now let's talk about the kidneys and the bladder. So it helps in flushing out the toxins. And so if you have an infection, if you have a bacteria infection, when you drink the cranberry juice, it's a diuretic. Okay. And so a diuretic means that it promotes the elimination of the waste out of your system. So out, and it comes out through your kidneys produce the waste, and the waste is released in the form of urine. Okay, so that is one way. So all of the antioxidant properties that you're drinking, it's going to help with that. So let me see here. I have another question. Okay, so how much do you drink how much do you drink for the UTI, the urinary tract infection? Very good question. So I know that when I had it, I would drink, and I guess it will probably depend on the level of discomfort that you're feeling. So I would drink this. I would have probably about half of this in the late to early morning, and then the other half of the day I would drink the other. And so this is let's see, this is 12 ounces. Yes, that's what it says here. Right. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. So I would drink this, and it's a little bit easier to know how much you're going to have, if you actually purchase it. But experiment, buy some, add a little bit more water if you need to get to a certain quantity. But I would drink about 6 ounces and then 6 ounces, so about 12 ounces a day. And you can drink more. The really great thing, I really love this question. So you can drink more. You can sit and drink the entire container if you feel that that is your need at the moment. Because guess what? It is plants as medicine, which means it doesn't have side effects. This particular one doesn't have side effects, other than the fact that it's a diuretic, and so it's going to eliminate the waste out of your system. So very good. Very good. Someone saying great information. How much and how often do you drink it? Okay. So, yes. So that's the second part of the question. So I answered how much. And it really does. I know when I had it, I had discomfort when I urinated. And I had some, it wasn't to the level of pain. It was just more just discomfort. And so as a result of that, I did it every day for 7 days. Now it started clearing up as I went along, but that's how often before it was not an issue anymore. So I would drink about 6 ounces, sometimes 8 ounces during the day, twice a day. Sometimes I would mix it, and you can mix it. Don't mix it with like ginger ale or Fanta or any of that stuff. I mean, you can mix it with kombucha or an herbal tea or something like that. Something that's in a more pure form, but that is going to help you in your quest for health. And so we're talking about the medicinal power of cranberries. The medicinal power of cranberries. Very good questions. Thank you for that. Wonderful. Okay, we have people saying thank you and you're welcome. So Hippocrates, there's an oath that doctors take, and it's called the Hippocratic Oath. And so it was based on a man called Hippocrates, which was a very smart man who lived in the ancient times. And so he had a quote saying, "Let food be thy medicine." And so Hippocrates knew that. So by incorporating this ruby elixir into your routine, it's a delicious way to heed that counsel, so that you can move from problems to progress. And so that is what I wish for you. I help people with one-on-one consultations and speaking engagement. Well, okay, should I announce that? Okay, I will announce it. I just booked 2 speaking engagements for 2024. One's at a national conference in Chicago, the other one's at a women's conference in Richmond. And so I am available. I am booking speaking engagements, and I am also booking consultations. So I am so thankful, and I just thank God for the opportunity to help people look, live, and feel well. So if you have questions, you may email me at life@plantbasedpennylife.com. This is my, let's show my email address, life@plantbasedpennylife.com. Make sure that you join the Facebook group, and also that you subscribe to my new YouTube channel. So I look forward to serving you. Thank you for all that you do, and to advocate for yourself, and share this with somebody else, because I'm sure there's somebody that you love that you would like to help them move from problems to progress. I'm Penny, also known as Plant Based Penny. Thank you so much for joining the War on Wellness broadcast.